My name is Helen Dward. I am a PhD candidate in the Joint PhD program in the Department of Education at Lakehead University in the field of cognition and learning. I'm reaching out to you to invite you to participate in a study which explores teacher educators' lived experiences with media and digital literacies from the perspective of an open educational practitioner in a Faculty of Education in Canada. This research project, titled Critical Media and Digital Literacies in the Open Educational Practices of Canadian Teacher Educators, a Post-Intentional Phenomenology, is being conducted as part of my PhD research in the field of education. In conducting this research, I am hoping to better understand how open educational practices are impacted by critical media and digital literacies in teacher education, but also gain understanding of how open practices can be defined from a teacher educator's lived experiences. This research may enhance current knowledge about the lived experiences of teacher educators in the acquisition and application of media and digital literacies within the field of teacher education in Canada. Since the onset of the pandemic, the need for media and digital literacies has been a prominent concern, and this research will benefit all those who are currently teaching in Canadian faculties of education, and potentially for teacher educators in faculties of education globally. Taking part in this study is voluntary. Before you decide whether or not you would like to take part in this study, please watch this video and read the recruitment and consent information carefully to understand what is involved. After you have read the letter of information for research participation, please email me if you have any questions. As a potential participant, you are being asked to join in this study because you are within my known networks through your research or scholarly works, and or have been recommended through a snowball sampling. Your participation fits the criteria for this research because you're currently working or have worked within the past 5 years as a teacher educator in a Canadian Faculty of Education. If you consent to voluntarily participate in this research, this will include 2 phases of activity. First, you will be asked to participate in one semi-structured interview lasting approximately 1 hour. This will be an opportunity to share and respond to open-ended questions about your lived experiences with media and digital literacies and your open educational practices as a teacher educator. The interview protocol and conversation prompts will be sent to you in advance of the interview. The interview will be conducted and recorded using Zoom video conferencing software. The transcript and subsequent graphic rendering of the transcript that I will create will be returned to you for review, which may support a deeper reflection for the Phase 2 activity. At the end of the interview, I will ask you to reflect on 1 or 2 frameworks for media and digital literacies that are representative of your teaching practices as a teacher educator. I will provide links and samples of these frameworks for your review. Using these frameworks or your own conception of media and digital literacy, you will be asked to prepare and share a professional reflection about media and digital literacies within your open educational practices using any media making technology of your choosing. In this way, creative storying about your media and digital literacy experiences may be revealed. This activity could take up to 2 to 3 hours of your time. And in this media artifact, your metacognitive reflections may uncover deeper insights into your media and digital literacies as revealed in your open educational practices. While you reflect and prepare your digital artifact, I will ask and review and analyze social media account contributions that you've made, those that you will identify to me during the interview and verify as examples of media and digital literacies and your open educational practices. And more specifically, this will include web publications that could be considered to be relevant to this research. Risks of participating in this research are minimal, although you may potentially feel some discomfort answering questions during the interview or preparing the phase 2 reflection. And this discomfort is anticipated to be minimal and temporary. Any emotional or psychological harm is anticipated to be minimal, since topics being discussed will not be sensitive or invasive in nature. Potential harm will be mitigated by providing alternative questions or topics that minimize discomfort, and by ensuring that you are informed that you can withdraw at any time during the data collection phase of this research. Because the interview, transcripts, and email communication will be conducted using digital tools, there is no guarantee that the data will not be intercepted by others, although this is unlikely since I will consistently use VPN protocols when using the internet-based platform. Potential harm to your professional reputation or your data privacy will be minimized by the use of pseudonyms and digitally created avatar images that will be attached to any reported data and information. So data will be further anonymized and aggregated to prevent potential recognition, particularly where information may potentially be identifiable, since specific details you share may be readily available and searchable on the internet. The potential benefit to you as a participant could be that you gain greater awareness of the field of media and digital literacies in general, as well as some of the frameworks that identify skills and competencies within media and digital literacy acquisition. This research may also benefit you in gaining personal and professional awareness of your professional skills, fluencies, and competencies within the areas of media and digital literacies, as well as insights into how these influence your open educational practice. Further to this, personal and professional benefit that you may gain, this research may benefit others who are currently teaching in faculties of education by identifying areas of professional growth, and for leaders in faculties of education to identify potential areas of professional development for new and current faculty members. And this research may additionally contribute to a growing body of work in the area of open educational practices within teacher education. And this research can potentially identify issues and benefits of acquiring media and digital literacies that may advance the work of those who teach and learn within open educational contexts in higher education. You are under no obligation to participate and are free to withdraw at any time during the data collection phase without prejudice or pre-existing entitlements. Your decision to participate will not affect your academic status or employment, and you will be given in a timely manner throughout the course of the research project information that is relevant to your decision to continue or withdraw from participation. You will be given information on your rights as a participant to request the withdrawal of data, including any limitations on the feasibility of that withdrawal, should it be requested after the data collection phase is complete. As a way of recognizing your gift of time for this research and to acknowledge any inconvenience related to your participation, you will be offered a $25 Chapters Indigo gift card should you complete any or all parts of the outlined research phases. If you consent to join this study, this form of compensation must not be considered coercive or as payment for your time. Should you wish to have your identity revealed in the research, publication, and dissemination, an additional consent form will be collaboratively drafted in order to acquire your informed and written permission. This will write together, including your specific preferences, and will explicitly outline the precise criteria, constraints, and considerations of this open contribution to research. As this is part of my PhD research, you should be aware that the research data and the analysis of information will be discussed and potentially shared with my dissertation committee as part of their monitoring and support of this research endeavor. And primary publication of research results will be done within the final dissertation submission and pending the PhD defense presentation. Subsequent publication of research results will be done in peer-reviewed journals, web publications, and social media locations. Once you've reviewed this video and the documentation and are willing to participate, you're asked to kindly email the informed consent for participation form back to me. I will also review the consent form with you at the time of our interview. My contact information is included in the documentation emailed to you, and I look forward to hearing from you should you wish to participate in this research.